Welcome to the live, guys. Back here again, Rod the Drawer. And today we are going to be working on the head and putting more detail towards Lewis Hamilton's. Um, we're going to be putting more detail towards his whole body. We're going to do his braids and all of that. So I hope you stick along and enjoy this live. Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. We're going to be finishing this right here, which is Lewis Hamilton. Yo, yo. We painting, bro. We painting. Hey, hey, what's going on? All right, so we're gonna start off. All right, guys. So we're gonna be working on this flag right here. So it's pretty much laid out how it's supposed to be, but it's little things that we're going to critique to make this look better. And we're going to do the braids right here on the back of his head. And we're going to like touch up certain things to make this come uh, together more. So let's do that.
Send auto replies and skip voicemail. OpenPhone's AI agent that captures leads 24/7. Join over 60,000 businesses using OpenPhone. Get 20% off at openphone.com/Spotify. They'll even port your existing numbers for free. Openphone.com/Spotify. OpenPhone. No missed calls. No missed customers.
All right, so we have a lot of colors to pick from. So trying to see what color I want to go with. All right, so guys, we're gonna dab a little bit of black first. Get a little bit of white. Well, that's a pretty big dab of white. Yo, how are y'all days today? How y'all doing? All right, so what we're gonna do is add another dab of black, which is gonna be his own black, to the side. Because we're gonna mix this black and white together to get a gray consistency. All right, so I have a flat paintbrush. It's a little wet right now, but what we're gonna do for that is we're gonna dab it on our palette to dry it up a little bit. So we're gonna wanna mix these two together. All right, so now we're going to go over his head with a little bit of black. We're gonna make squares because his hair is braided into squares. So we're gonna go like this and like a square right here in this circle. Then make another square right here in the middle. We'll make another square. We're just gonna keep on making squares, small squares. I'm gonna make a triangle at the top of his head, top left. Not make, we don't want it to be too separated, but we do want it to be a separation of his hair from the braid. So all right, so we're gonna do another triangle over here. All right, so we're gonna do another square over here on the right side. So it's more of a gray shade right now. And down here, it's a little bit of separation of, need a little bit more black right here. So like at the bottom of his neck, bottom of his head, you can barely see the separation. So we're gonna keep that blacker shade because the sun is reflecting on the front of his head, so the back is dark. We're gonna make this square. It's more of a rectangle, but you could say square too. So we want these squares to be tight. All right, so we're gonna do another square right here. And get a little bit more black. And we don't want the separation to be too far out. So we're gonna tighten it up and have this square come out a little bit more. Just like that. What's going on with it? I'm painting Lewis Hamilton. All right, so from this square, he's gonna have a braid coming down. So we want to make this come down like this. Just do a straight line. That's how you would start it off. So you want like a basic line going down. All right, so then we're gonna thicken it up. All right, so right here we're gonna bring this square over a little bit more. So the way you're gonna separate this is his hair is from the light gray that we were gonna put down and the dark black. So We're gonna go over it with the black, and then we're gonna go over it with the light afterwards. Cause the dark, you know, the light's gonna be over the dark. So we want some of the gray to be underneath and the gray is symbolizing, well, not symbolizing, it's showing the reflection of the sun that's also coming through this flag. All right, so we're gonna get some gray, we're gonna get some white and black, mix that together. All right, so from each braid, we're gonna draw a line down and go downward like this. And then from this braid, we're gonna go downward. This braid on top is gonna go on the side of his head, so we're gonna draw a line downward. It's kind of curved down his head. All right, we're gonna get some more. This top braid is gonna curve downward like that. So like the lines, these squares are a little bit too, it's too much of a division. So we're gonna tighten that up too. Gonna make that smaller, because your hairline, like when your hair braided, your lines are not gonna be that wide. So we're gonna tighten that up too. All right, so right here, we're gonna go downward as well. All right, so now we're gonna tighten up these lines and make his hair more divided. I actually just kind of messed up then, but it's okay. Remember to always take your time when you're painting, because I just moved a little bit too quick and I didn't mess it. Well, yeah, you can say I messed it up, but everything's fixable. All right, so over here on this right side, we're gonna go in between his hair and we're gonna lay down a light coat of gray. And the gray is like underneath his hair, well, underneath the braid. So we can go right here. So it's gonna be like behind there. And we're gonna add a little gray on the back of his head. All right, so now since we have our lines going down towards his jacket, not his jacket, his uniform, we're gonna wanna go over it with gray, a gray highlight, so you know where your lines are. So I'm gonna get some white and a little bit of black. Gonna mix that up, and then we're gonna go down on each line that we created, coming from the squares. And when you're doing this, you want to get more white than black, so it'll stand out more and be more of a light gray. All right, so we're still outlining. That was a little bit too much white, but we'll make it do. All right, so on the left side, the sun is reflecting on his hair. I don't know if I said left or right. I think I said left, but yeah. The left side is reflecting the sun. The top of his head is reflecting the sun. So we're gonna put a little bit more white at the top. And the side of his head is reflecting from the sun. Well, the sun is reflecting on his head. So we're gonna hit that with a little bit of white too. And this one braid on the left side is getting hit with the sun. So we're gonna put a little bit of white right there. so we're gonna make these braids go inward towards each other like that. All right, so I'm gonna add a little bit of more white. I'm gonna change brushes soon because we're gonna need to be more detailed. All right, so yeah, I'm finna change brushes now, so we can get a little bit more detail. All right, so we're gonna get the black, we're gonna get the white. All right, so we're gonna get the white. Mixing it up real good. It's a light gray now, so gonna put this on the edge. All right, so the top is being touched by the sun too, so the gray is already up there, and the braid right here is being touched. All right, so now we did that, the highlights, we're gonna go over with the darks to get the contrast. So we're gonna go straight black, and I'm gonna get the My paint is a little wet, so we're gonna dry it up. All right, so let's get the black. It's a little bit too much at one time, so go like that, and we're gonna just go over and darken it back up. The the shoulder separation of each braid. So we're not gonna go too harsh on the lines. We're gonna try to. We want to blend everything really well. So that's the reason I dropped my brush off the way I did. All right, so this left braid, we're gonna be adding a little contrast to the right side of the braid. So the inside of it, we're gonna put contrast. All right, so just like that, and we're gonna do that to the other side, but we're gonna do it more towards the middle. Just like that, and we're gonna blend it in a little bit with the lighter gray. All right, so each braid we're gonna put more contrast to it. That's why we went over it with the light gray. You don't want to like overdo it, but you want to Go down each braid. All right, so that's where I like it so far for right now. I'm gonna add a little bit more details to the braids. All right, so that's where I like it. So now we're gonna move on to the next thing, which is back on the flag. So what we're gonna do is get a little bit of, we're gonna use the same brush that I just used. We're gonna use the same colors that we used before, which is this red right here. And we're gonna use this blue. And we already have the white right there. I'm not getting too much paint because don't really need it because we already have the base. We're just fixing a couple things. All right, so we got this blue right here. Alright, so we got this blue right here. And we're going to mix it with the white. And we're going to add another blue too, just in case. Just in case we need it. Alright, so I want to extend this blue over a little bit more and have it go more upward. So, and as you can see, that blue is too light. So we're gonna get this darker blue, get the white.
So I've been trying to get into the spot for dinner at the garden. I tried giving my name, or giving another name, they framed her, just got arrested. Turns out all you need is a set nerves or you don't need to find anybody.
All right, so this is gonna have a point at the end of this triangle. All right, so we're gonna have to blend in this blue, this light blue right here. It's hard to see right now. All right, so we're gonna blend in this light blue with this dark blue. And we're not gonna even like pull out the other blue, like this dark blue right here. So what we're gonna do is just use the, we're just gonna get consistent blue at the top and blend it in like this with a dry brush. So we're gonna get the consistency at the top and then we're just gonna blend it in from there with a dry brush. And you do it just like that. And I want to, another thing I noticed, I want to bring out this red triangle a little bit more so it's less white right here to bring the lines closer. So we're gonna get this red and then we're gonna pull it over a little bit more. It's gonna be the same shape, but it's gonna be a little bit wider like this. Do it just like that. I'm gonna get a better consistency right there. Just like that. All right, so this bottom part that is still gray, that is blue and white. So we're gonna mix that up. We're gonna get more white than blue. All right, we're gonna go over it like that. And we're gonna add a little bit of blue at the end. All right, so this is gonna be straight blue, and we're gonna add the dark blue. All right, so we're gonna blend in a darker blue, like right here. It's gonna be in a triangular shape. That's how we're gonna blend it in. All right, so my brush is wet. I want to dry it up, so I'm gonna scrub it on here. All right, so then we get the dark blue. It's a bit much, so we're gonna dab that off. All right, so we're gonna go in triangular motion like this. All right, I'm gonna dry my brush a little bit more because it's still kind of wet. All right, see now it's blending in just like I want it. But now we're gonna get a little bit of that light blue again because I kind of overtook it. So we're gonna go the light blue at the bottom and blend that in. Well, guys, that's gonna be our stopping point for today. I hope you enjoy. Give this video a like and see you in the next one. We'll be back tomorrow. All right.